Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to show you how to assess your peers in the student workshop. In the previous video I showed you how to upload your post, how to write your post, how to type it up. Same thing, people call it different things. And in this one we're just going to show you how to come back and grade. So here is the student workshop, okay? And you're going to click on this. And in the previous video, you would have noted that we were in the submission phase, which is when the students have a certain window to be able to upload their papers. In this course, it was from Monday, submissions opened, until Tuesday. You'll have to pay attention to these dates. It may vary based on the course you're in. This window, of course, is very short because I want to be able to move on to show you what you will do when you go back to assess. So the submission phase is closed. You can see my work was submitted. This student Apple test, they submitted their work. And now I'm coming back to grade other peers. And you will be assigned 2 students to grade, and you'll be able to see that you're grading here. Now, depending on the course and how many students are in that course, it may be more than 2, but for this course, this student Apple test has been assigned 2 different students' papers to grade, okay? So what I like to do is right click here and open in another tab so I can have the instructions open. This will be the same instructions that I would have used to write my paper. Okay, so I keep that open in case I need to review what the instructions were. And then I'm going to come and click here and click assess. Okay, while here, as you can see, there's different sections. To open the paper that the student wrote, by now I should have read it all and kept my notes, and all I'm doing is grading, okay? But this is how you'll click to view it. As you can see, it automatically downloaded it for me. Some computers may be set differently. For this one, it automatically downloads. I'm going to click and open it. It's thinking about it. And when that opens, so assuming you're doing it in real time, you would have read this already. But if you haven't, you're going to read through it and read through the paper, make your notes. If you need to print it out, type it up. Whatever it needs to do, highlight if something is missing, keep notes. That's the best way to do it. So you're grading your own peers, and you're going to grade them using the grading rubric, which was provided to you already, okay? And here they are for each section. So for this paper, we are using the peer assessment discussion forum rubric to grade. But because our peer assessment, as you can see here, is typically our discussion forums, are graded out of 40 points, it will be different from this particular assignment, which is graded out of 100 points, okay? So just keep that in mind. So even though this is the base you're going to follow, which our students are familiar with by now, you're going to use this as your guide. Okay, so for her paper, I'm going to say I'm grading this student here, Kiwi, test student. I'm going to say that, oh, let's just say she did a great job. She met all the requirements. So that meant she answered all 4 sections, those things you didn't know, things you had been reminded of. Like I said, everything here. She did an excellent job. Maybe she missed one little thing. But if she didn't, I would say she did excellent. I'm going to give her 60 out of 60. I'm going to say, loved how you answered every section. Okay, so let's keep it at that. Let's come into drawing from resources. Now this one, I'm going to say, well, she was supposed to draw from resources, whether it's from assignments, assigned readings, or previous videos in the class, or from other sources, at least 3 times. And it looks like she only did it twice. So I'm going to give her 6 points just because she missed 1 out of the 3. Okay, at least 3. If she had missed 2, it might be more. So only partially fulfills criteria. Here's where I'm giving her that. And I'm going to tell her why. You only cited 2 sources, which you did well, by the way. Feel free to be much more detailed than this. I'm just keeping it short for the purpose of this video so it's not too long. Citing sources. This is about using correct Turbian format and also having a reference page since this is a paper. She did great for the ones that she did cite. I'm going to give her 10. Personalizing the content. Did she personalize it? Was it clear, relevant? At least twice within the paper did she make it personal? She did that, so I'm going to say yes. I'm going to give her 10. Grammar. She had a few errors and there's 4 to 6 spelling errors. I'm going to give her a 4 out of, oh, they should be out of 10 points. This is an error on the instructor's end of things. So we're going to fix that. It should be out of 5 points. I'm sorry, not 10. So even though it says out of 10, correct that. It's supposed to be out of 5. Okay. So 0 to 5 is just, for some reason it says 10. So we'll have to fix that. But for now, let's just say she had this many errors. I'm going to give her 3 out of 5. She met the word count. We're going to give her 5. Okay. And I'm going to say, great work. I enjoyed seeing your transformation throughout the course. I am inspired. Blah, 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 blah. Keep that going, whatever it is you need to say. Okay, so I'm done grading hers. I've reviewed it. I think everything looks okay. I'm going to click save and show next. It's going to take me directly to the next student. Okay, and we're going to repeat the process for the next student. Okay, so I'm grading my second student here. Okay, let's just say she missed one thing, 55. You're going to put a comment. I'm sorry, I went too far. I'm just keeping this short. Draws on resources. She did good. She answered all areas. Citing sources. Okay, we could say, well, maybe she did not cite, put a reference page. So for that reason, she gets 6 out of 10. Personalizing. She did a great job. Missed reference page. Okay. Grammar and spelling. She did a great job. Word count, she met that. Nice work. Say a bit more than just nice work, please, but this is for the purpose of this. Okay. All right. And then we're going to save and close. And we're done. Okay. So again, that's it. I've done 2. If I feel like I needed to come back, maybe after grading the second person, I realized, okay, I was a little harsh on the other person, or I was too gentle. I didn't do a good job. I'll come back and I can reassess and I can change and update what it is I have put in here. Okay. So just keep that in mind. That's helpful. And last but not least, as it's said in the instructions for submission, just remember that when you are grading, let's take us back here actually. Let me see if it shows us that here. In the previous video, it showed you, but when you're grading, remember that your total score is going to be 80% what you wrote and then 20% how you graded your peers. So it's important to do a good job of grading. The instructor is going to look back over it and the computer itself is going to look at it and go, okay, what's the difference? And here's how it's going to show the instructor how weird and how far off yours is from the other person. So let's say I gave Kiwi Strawberry a 90 and then another person gives her a 50. Whoa, why is that off? Am I too generous? Was the other person too rough and did not really read it and just kind of gave a score out of, randomly? So that is how you would do your assessment. Now, after this phase closes, you won't be able to do anything here. It'll be completely locked. You can't assess. And then that's where the instructor comes in and evaluates.